How's everybody doing today? Yeah, we made it this far, and I don't know how much further we got to go. There's a couple things I did find out though, and this is really kind of weird. So we're gonna stick with the great eighth day right here, and I think the reason why it's called the great eighth day is because it's just like we've been tracking. It's the start, it's the end of this back here, and it's the start of what some are calling, the new creation timeline and all this. It's not a new creation. It's a recreation because everything's going to be restored back to how it was, right? So as I was watching the world events and watching my bars go up, and I've kind of known this for a while that okay, so in a video I did a couple years ago, I mentioned that we live like in a zip file. So when you look at the Hopi prophecies, right, I've said before that if you look at a flow chart, this is a process box. This is where we are processing this. Okay, so this is like a zip file. Things happen sometimes very quickly here. That's just how it is. So I started watching some things play out. Like I said, we're gonna stick with this being here. But in order to have everything behind us be in front of us, or you can turn it, what goes up must come down. Okay? We have 10,000 years behind us. We have to have 10,000 years. One day is 1,000 years. So we have to have 10,000 years out in front of us, which if you add 10 to here, that actually takes you to today. So I'm really thinking this whole thing is going to wind up today. And what's funny about this part of it, this is the 1st, the 30th, the 29th, the 28th. Okay, so back in the zip file. Okay, so that also gets back to the Van Allen belts that are supposedly around us. This radiation field, okay, and radiation has what they call a half-life as it decomposes, okay, and you can look into that. But one of the big things here that people talk about all the time is the Fibonacci sequence, and that's kind of playing out all on its own too, because if today is the 1st and then this becomes 0 because 10,000 behind us, 10,000 in front of us takes us to here. But we had the earthquake in Oregon. We have all these things that happen on each one of these days. And let's look right here at your Fibonacci sequence: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. Now I haven't figured out how to make all the numbers work here, but we got 0, 1, 1, 2 going back to the 28th. There was an earthquake. 3, 1, 2, 3 goes back to the bigger earthquakes, right? In fact, I said there was like 3 of them back here, 2 big ones, so that would be the 2 timelines being built again, whatever, how that works. Like I said, I just see the numbers and the events, and this is where we're at. That 10,000 years behind us today marks 10,000 years out in front of us. Now this may be its own little cycle, breaking down into an even smaller one that's going to happen in just a couple days, but man, I don't know. With just the markers, the sequence, who knows? Like I said, it's all just it's not about being right or wrong. It's just, everybody's got their part and they share it with everybody, and so this is what I've been sharing. All right. Stay cool where it's hot. We get back to that fervent heat. And there's also, back in the day, I showed a little pinwheel that talked about, the trials of Satan and the plunges that we were doing, right? But there was a final warming. You know, on one of those videos, we discussed the final warmings. The band Kansas, People of the South Wind, were getting that big push of warm moisture out of the south, creeping up into the country. See, it's just stuff like that. This is all, I kind of see stuff in the weather. I see it in the earthquakes. It is what it is. So anyway, that's enough for today. I love you all. Take care, and hopefully this will be the end. Bye-bye.